Hello, my name is Tim Loughton. I'm the MP for East Worthing and Shoreham in Sussex. I'm the co-chair of the all-party parliamentary group for Tibet. But most importantly of all, I'm one of the 7 British parliamentarians who have been sanctioned by the Chinese government, something that we all wear as a badge of honour. Now, I'm sorry I can't be with you at your Resist CCP Day march. I wish everybody there the very best, and we're very supportive of everything you are there to do and all the campaigning that you do day in, day out. The last year has again been one of wholesale human rights abuses by the Chinese Communist Party government, whether it be the continued abuses of the Tibetan people within Tibet for now more than 62 years and Tibetans throughout the world, whether it be the notorious human rights abuses and what we have defined as genocide against the Uyghur people in Xinjiang, or of course the increasing oppression and suppression of freedom-loving people in Hong Kong, many of whom are leaving that part of the world and coming out of China to the UK and other parts of the world to seek the freedom that they've been used to for so many generations. So we will continue to call China out in Parliament, in world assemblies, in parliaments across the world. Parliamentarians like myself have joined together through associations like IPAC to make sure that China is firmly on the agenda of governments throughout the world, and those governments take action to make sure that China's abuses inside and outside of China don't go unnoticed, that they are called out, and that they have consequences. And that's why in the UK Parliament we've been bringing in legislation which restricts those tentacles of the Chinese Communist government involved in the infrastructure projects we have in the UK, in the business boardrooms, and increasingly in our universities and in our schools. We're going to continue calling them out, and it's really important that the organisations represented here today take that important message out into the communities, out into the country, and out into countries around the world to stand up against Chinese oppression. Because that is the only thing that they take notice of, and it needs to lead to action and consequences. We've seen what happens when the world looks the other way with the recent Russian invasion and brutal violence against the people of Ukraine. And of course, China is looking with evil, violent eyes at Taiwan as well. And it's really important that, first of all, Russia does not get its way in Ukraine, which would only give confidence to China to think they could get their way with Taiwan. That's why it's so important that all the Western democracies continue to support the Ukrainian people, because the fight is not just for the people of Ukraine, it's for freedom and democracy throughout the world. And we've seen by the failure of the Chinese government to condemn those blatantly violent actions by the Russians in Ukraine, what their real intentions are. So the fight goes on. I send our very best wishes on behalf of me and all of the all-party parliamentary group for Tibet members and many other parliamentarians throughout Westminster. Our cause is a just one. The freedom, peace-loving people of Tibet, the Uyghurs, and in Hong Kong will triumph eventually, and we will succeed, and we will carry on the fight.